everyone, and welcome back to the adventures of Kered Larae. Bodhi is dead.
Nature could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and
Thank
balanced.
goodness for that.
I can hear you just fine.
See
Yes,
if we can,
a standard tactic that.
detect any foul traps she might have left behind. Or to trick us, even though we've just recently dispatched her.
Something you need?
At least I think we did. Yes, it is finally finished. Bodhi will torment you no longer. She shall pay in the abyss for the evils that she has inflicted upon.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
And within we find a sword and a couple of spell scrolls, along with the Rhynn Lanthorn, which should be whoever's inventory was actually closest to it. What's that? I don't actually see it. Ah, here it is. Rhynn Lanthorn is an artifact from ruined myth Rhynn. It was highly prized by the city's rulers as it shone through all falsehoods and illusions. The device, with the lenses in place, can dispel the illusions that hide sulkiness. Excellent. And we also have Bodhi's Black Heart. Not sure why we need this, but we've got it at least. We also have a magical short sword, identifying it as the Cutthroat +4. This weapon has a bloody history, having been used to exercise its namesake many times. Popular among the assassin trade for its size and enchantment, it has been in the possession of many of the realm's most dangerous citizens, though seldom remaining in one place for any length of time. Plus a short sword. Actually might be a decent fight for Imoen, who is currently using a +3 short sword. So there you go, she's got a +4. 2 +4 now. Which is excellent as far as she's concerned. Alright, we also have our personal Lobby Dulcine's hard building and simple fear. That's all well good. I'm just going to stash that in our tuner slot for now.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, we've got her, and Bodhi is dead. Very happy to see that.
Just as I thought.
We should explore the rest of this place and see what else we can find. Just knows we've left
Ready and onward.
all of these wretched enemies properly decimated. She did, in fact, leave some traps for us.
Oh, I can do that.
Let's see if there are any other traps. That seems to be it. Alright, books. 3 books, actually. Interesting. Have to check those out. They might be of potential significance. Let's do time here. We should probably search the bodies. Many foes we've defeated here. Oh, this one apparently had quite a bit of magical gear on it. Let's take a look. Dagger +4, Life Stealer. This dagger weighs heavily in your hand, is warm to the touch. Really having it in your person makes you feel uneasy for some reason. The gem mounted in the hilt seems to have an inner light of some sort. How it can have such illuminations and still be so deathly black at its core, I do not know. 15% chance of level drain. Hit. +4 dagger. That is nasty stuff. A +2 short sword, generic. And leather armor that we can identify. Let's see if Ian can pick it. Leather armor +3, generic. That's all well and good, I suppose. Yet more stuff to sell later. As for this dagger, she's got a +4. The equalizer is always +3. However, it becomes more powerful when it attacks creatures of different alignments, and it makes him immune to charm and confusion. So I would say it's probably worth it for him to have that. She has a scimitar. I think I'm going to give this to Jaheira, but she can use it if she has to deal with enemies that are creating an issue for herself. I suppose that's reasonable. Stance to take. This is not the thing that's got a being immune to poison. I'm just going to put that in Kered's bag for the time being. So yeah, I think we dealt with all the vampires. I don't think we need any more velvet holy water or stakes. At least not anymore, anyway. And as for these gloves, I don't think we need those either. So just stash them away. Excellent.
Yes.
Alright, I don't think this is a treasure. Doesn't seem to be.
Of course.
So let's get going. Now that we have the Rhynn Lanthorn, we can pretty easily return to the Elves on the outskirts of the city
Your party.
and find our way to solving this lair. Suppose it'd be a reasonable thing to do. If we do that,
I wouldn't dream of
be
refusing.
smart. We exploit over here. This apparently leads down into other areas of the catacombs, although Kered is not particularly interested in going down that way. Really has no reason to. So he won't. For people interested, there are other areas and things that you can do down here in the catacombs underneath the graveyard. But looks like we still have some vampires to worry about. That's weird, I thought we actually got rid of them.
Where Minsk goes,
It's all you,
evil
Minsk.
stands aside.
Oh, that guy ain't going anywhere.
Whatever I can do to help.
Yeah, he smashed him to bits. And off he goes.
Just name what you want.
Well done. Well done, team. Well done. Showed Bodhi what's what. She will try anything so
Of course.
I'd say we're due to leave. Little else for us to be up to at this point, I think. However, Kered just, after all those experiences, seems like he remembers that it's time for him to become a level 19 transmuter. Stake goes down by 1, he gets another level 8 mage spell, 1 hit point, and 3 lore. He also gets an ability. This take a lot of choices here. Comet is a 10th level spell. Summon Planetar, also a 10th level spell. Dragon's Breath. Energy Blades. Apparently it forms a disc that you throw. That's pretty good. Or you could just go to add new spells, which isn't really that exciting. As for these different powerful 10th level spells, I'm kind of interested in Comet, the powerful version of Meteor Swarm. Strikes the root, damaging all enemies in its path, sending out powerful shock waves. 10d10 damage. Enemies must make a save versus paralyzation or be stunned. Will not harm party members. Wow, that's really good. Summon Planetar. That's kind of similar to a Chihiro cast. That would be useful. Dragon's Breath also does not harm party members. Causes a disembodied head of a red dragon to appear and breathe fire with the strength of an adult red dragon. In addition to the 20d10 fireball, the force of the Dragon's Breath knocks an opponent off their feet away from the caster. Victim can save versus breath to take half damage and not be rolled backwards. Wow. It does not harm party members. Wow, he wants both of these. It sounds amazing. The question is what to get first, Comet or Dragon's Breath? I think Kered's going to want to get all 3 of these. They all sound amazing. So, perhaps, we have defeated for break, so let's get Dragon's Breath. That should be fun. As for 8th level spells, let's see, we've already got Maze, Avidal Seams, and Simulacrum prepared. I suppose we could lay down Simple Fear, as that will only affect enemies, and it's a good way to just get enemies that are annoying you, so let's prepare that. Apparently the Dragon's Breath goes in 9th level spell slot. Alright, so we'll put it there though. That should be good. Excellent. Okay then.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
So, let's see over here. Well, it seems like the smart thing to do after all that would be not only to rescue it, but also probably eat some of these books that we found in Bodhi's lair.
Yes.
Maybe something potentially valuable in there that party would consider looking into. Either way, Kered is very happy. Imoen is now safeguarded from the worst effects of having her soul stolen. Very happy about that. So we'll see what's going on at the Adventurers Farm very quickly. See if there are any special goods we can get before going off to Sultan's Farm. do that, Kered is going to want to read these interesting books that Yen found, and so we'll have a bit of a storyteller session this time. Let's take a look. The Vampiricus Omnibus, unabridged, ending the Plague of Teeth. This tome is quite ancient, and do not recognize the tongue in which it is written. Fortunately, Bodhi has scrawled a translation of selected passages in the margins, as well as further questions you apparently wish to ask on the subject. Still up to Golgotha, resolution. With the witch at the fore, long previous to her treachery, we did strike the hills of Lamar, seeking comfort in our own hour of need. The time has come for the living to mourn no more, and the plains that were fettered by sentiment were cut free. It was decided that we would speak for our lives with the sinews of our sword arms. The honored dead that did take flight in the darkness of shadow no more receive sorrow from those of us that have lost their friends and relatives to the plague of teeth. Ornata de Basu, Ana Fatu, battles when came the dead. There came we, the army of light, armed with faith and conviction, and we had marched into the tombs of the restless dead in the hours of day. With wooden edge we struck down master and slave. Many paid for each thrust with their lives. In the fallen there was the danger of scourge anew, and many of the newly infected seemed doomed to walk again with higher purpose. Agiato devant, to plea. No more, cried we, no more will we lose to the plague. These new fallen could not be abandoned. We had fought for our lives and theirs, and they would not be taken. To the temple we went, to the god of sun and light. A monitor would save them, a monitor whose touch turned shadows to fire. Arms of the sun god were the infected placed, and the hearts of their dark masters were laid there with them. Blood did burn, and the dead returned, but not as undead were living, but alive and freed from taint. Many did walk the light side home, when last the plague did fall. Relevance of archaic worship, a monitor, origin of vampiric plague, any link to a modern cure to be heard of. Historical document or historical fiction. Final note scribbled. Interrogate Oghma monk at Docks District Temple for further information. You should be able to provide more information on reversing vampirism. Interesting. Seems like she did not remain a vampire. Apparently the Oghma monk at Docks District Temple knew more about it. Now I'm interested. Conjure Ota Servanta. This text is written in a very old dialect of Southern Common that you are not familiar with, though it does not appear to be a particularly ancient tome. It seems to be a section of the personal journal of a noble named Tomas Saga, that deals with the environment control of his most devoted servants. It is difficult to ascertain much more, but from the frequency of certain words you are reasonably sure that Tomas was creating vampire minions, if not some other creature that feeds on blood. His knowledge on the subject seems quite intimate indeed, and he details the long process of completely turning the victim. Apparently, if the process is interrupted, it can be reversed, but the author does not say how. There is a stamp on the back of the book that indicates it was once archived and recorded by the followers of Oghma. Another sign pointing in that direction. And finally, we have Dia Vampir Bicomos. This book has been drenched in blood, ruining most of the pages within. The original ink faded to begin with is now thoroughly illegible. A more recent script, handwritten in the margins, has left an impression revealing a few words here and there, just enough to decipher the nature of the tome. This text apparently dealt with the process that one would go through to become a vampire, but the little you can see gives no indication why someone would want to do such a thing. There's a stamp on the back of the book suggesting that this tome was once archived. That is what I have. Also still have Bookshelf's journal.
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I. Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
After all this talk from these texts of the followers of Oghma, Kered is actually really curious now about what they would know about this. Not because it's obviously interesting becoming a vampire, but because just out of academic curiosity, but they might know about this kind of process. So he wasn't exactly planning this sort of thing, but he's going to insist that the party go to the Temple of Oghma at the docks and find out just what is going on here, whether they're willing to share information. Hopefully they are, but There's no guarantee.
Onward then.
Generally, any kind of worshippers without knowledge tend to be rather secretive when it comes to the sharing of knowledge. At least in these times, anyway. Let's try talking to him.
To the task at hand.
Wisdom is only possessed by the learned.
He will only tell us about Oghma and offer services, so this person does not appear to be who we need to see. In terms of other items which could be generally useful, he's got potions of healing, elixirs of health, minor potions of healing, but they're really not worth any at this point. So I suppose there's no need to speak for it. There's this way, I keep reading something, so
Wisdom is only possessed by the learned.
As you
praise be to the Lord of knowledge, and that's all they have to say. In that case, Kered is just going to return these books from whence they came. And, looks like that's something that they will be able to look into further.
I wouldn't
Do
dream of
not
refusing.
seem willing to discuss that with us. Kered's beginning to think about what it's going to mean to face Irenicus. Whether it's really going to be something the party can practically pull off when you really consider the kind of dangers they've already been exposed to, with what they've had to do in recent times. Returning to the Joaquin's promenade, perhaps resting at one of the local inns. The question is, does it really have the effect we intended? Is the
Whatever I can do
truly
to help.
prepared for Irenicus this time? They did fight him back at the Mage's Hall, as it were, on the island. And then they had a surprise card for those other powerful mages. Something, unfortunately, do not have anymore. So,
You point, I punch.
troublesome, to say the least, to see how this is going to turn out.
Jump on my sword.
Didn't mean to say just let's get there. That was a bit argumentative.
Just name what you want.
Well, I don't know.
Of course.
Alright.
I wouldn't dream of
left
refusing.
quite a bit of junk laying around in here. Let's see. Are there any items we can just stack? Probably in the corner by the harbor. Things we really don't need anymore. We don't need Ocean's journal. We don't need Bell's key. We surely don't need this other thing worse than we can seem to be able to do anything. It's for other people carrying around. Well, I guess that was the case of Rhynn Lanthorn itself, which is probably something he should report to. Art of Bodhi. I have no idea what to do with such a rich thing. Imoen has been restored with Bodhi's death. She is fine, and it seems that she has gotten her soul back from the vampire for now. This bodes well for my coming battle with Irenicus and his path. So nothing too terrible to succeed. This will be returning. I suppose it would be reasonable at this point for to actually begin selling some of the things they recently acquired. To get them off their hands. Looks like we're going to get a mess since all this got started. But that could be easily fixed, I'm sure. So, right, Imoen, she has practically unlimited ammunition. Just keep special arrows around for when they're needed. Save them. Did you hear me? I suppose we still need that stuff. Right? Yeah, let's just get rid of that too. There's no reason for us to return to the Shadow Thieves. We've done more than was necessary. Have all this, which is really good, but no place to put it. that ring of free action, fire resistance, or ram when that's necessary. Unless I suppose we usually need to small stuff. Except for the midnight, we should definitely not get rid of. That would be a touch silly right there. To go about doing something like that. Anyway, restoration scrolls. Really need to carry those around. Oh wait, these are... this was the one I was storing the powerful spells in. And this was the protection scrolls, and this was just stuff that we found. Just random things. Alright, well... I suppose it would make sense to put this in that. In fact, what I'm going to do now is cut. Kered and friends are going to organize everything in your inventory, perhaps try to buy some new spells, learn a few things. We'll be right back. Alright everyone, we're
Ready
back.
and able.
We sold a lot of goods that were just kind of sitting around in our back holding, not doing anything. Made over 40,000 gold, and then bought it and spent most of it to earn spells, which Kered is very looking forward to being able to use chain contingency. Shape change, which can let him turn into a mind flayer, iron golem, greater wolf weir, earth elemental, fire elemental, or a giant troll. And of course the infamous time stop alteration spell, which I think pretty much best represents Kered's mindset. He gets so stressed by the rapid pace of battle that sometimes he just needs to slow time down so that just he gets to act freely for 3 rounds. Nothing can enter the area effect without being stopped in time also. Basically lets you get off 3 rounds of casting. For yourself. Which is quite nice.
As you will.
And I'd say that's about as much shopping as the group needs to do.
Of course.
Kered sees little point they want too much gold at this point. It's nice, considering the group is soon going to be going up probably against Rennicus himself. The time for half measures is long over. The party should head there. In fact, Sultaness and Lauren as prepared as they possibly can be. Rouse all kinds of chaos there.
I
Sure we can
wouldn't
cure
dream
it
of
later.
refusing.
Nature served.
Considering this innkeeper
It's
doesn't
done.
leave men, we'll let you hear it. See your sources. Well, let's have some dragon beer as well. Alright, for once in a blue moon, we actually have a decent
Whatever I
night's
can do
sleep.
to help.
No nightmares or horrible fantasies or anything else to leave us feeling addled in terror. So, that's advantageous.
Just name what you want.
Seem like we leaving with Katla at night. So, this first to do here. We have done all we can, shopped what we did. I think we did every little thing that we could possibly do here in the city, but we did an awful lot. Frankly, Kered has had progress that he has made within the city. All the group has performed as a unit. So, all that's really left is to go over here to the... Did we find them? Oh yeah, they were over here by the Underdark exit. Forgot. Just north of Watcher's Keep, which Kered has heard about. But really has no reason of going there, at least at this point in time. We come in with force, so we're a bit confused that we're going to actually come into this place. Alright. So now with the Rhynn Lanthorn in tow, we can look back that they found just what they were looking for. However, this is probably going to be a good time to stop for this episode. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, we'll be traveling to the city of Sultaness Lawrence and trying to stop Rennicus, whatever his foul plans may be. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you later.